Being considered two great and talented basketball players, Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant were athletes who competed on the court who was the best of all time. But the question is, which one of them excelled more in each basketball skill? In this video, you will see a fierce battle between Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. So let's get to the fight. Agility. Both NBA athletes possessed impressive skills, but they had opposite playing styles when it came to agility. Shaquille O'Neal, for example, with his dominant physical strength, was not known for his speed. Being a very strong and heavy player, he didn't often run the length of the court, sticking to more static moves and playing his pivot role very well. He adopted an energy-saving strategy, reserving his vitality for explosive and agile moves inside the paint, which made him an excellent finisher in the vicinity of the basket. Kobe Bryant, on the other hand, was known for his surprising agility and his ability to dribble in tight spaces. His agility was one of his trademarks, as his athletic body allowed him to run and get around defenders, making him difficult to mark. He had the ability to move quickly around the perimeter and penetrate the opposing defense, generating scoring opportunities for himself and his teammates. In his final 2015 to 2016 NBA season, the player averaged a court speed of 4.02 meters per second. As Kobe Bryant stood out more in this regard, point to him. Assists. The two phenoms were known for their incredible skills, but when it came to providing accurate assists, which of the two players stood out more? Shaquille O'Neal, for example, was a more individualistic player, taking more shots in the paint. In terms of teamwork, his main strategy involved drawing the opposing defense to himself to open up spaces for surgical passes to his teammates, demonstrating an incredibly exemplary vision of the play. According to NBA statistics, throughout his career, O'Neal averaged 2.5 assists per game. Kobe Bryant, on the other hand, was an excellent passer who understood the importance of involving his teammates and creating a collective game. He could anticipate his teammates' movements and find creative ways to get the ball into their hands so they could score with ease. Considering NBA data from his entire career, Kobe Bryant averaged 4.7 assists per game. Since Bryant's numbers are more relevant, point to him. Strength. Talking about physical endurance, the two NBA stars had quite different body and physical characteristics. Kobe Bryant, for example, was known on the court as an agile player, thanks to his slightly lighter physique, standing at 6 feet 6 inches and weighing around 212 pounds. Compared to other big men, the Los Angeles Lakers star seemed to have a less robust body, which gave him an advantage in flexibility and dexterity. His vertical leap, for example, was up to 38 inches, allowing him to outrun defenders and attack the basket aggressively. Shaquille O'Neal, on the other hand, has physical strength as his greatest advantage on the court. He was feared for his brute strength and physical abilities, which made him one of the most dangerous and intimidating players in basketball history. With an unbelievable 325 pounds of body mass and an impressive 7 feet 1 inch height, Shaquille could easily take down any rival on the court. On the other hand, his heavy frame made it difficult to overcome gravity, so his vertical jumps were limited to 32 inches. In short, his combination of height, weight, and muscle strength was a formidable weapon that he used to control the court and impose his physical game against any opponent. And that's why Shaquille wins this round. Defense. Both basketball icons were multifunctional on the court, but who excelled more when it came to blocking? Kobe Bryant, for example, possessed a keen sense of anticipation, which allowed him to obstruct opponents' shots. He had an exceptional timing instinct and was able to block shots with precision both near the basket and on the perimeter of the court, and according to NBA data, Bryant averaged 0.5 blocks per game. Shaquille O'Neal, on the other hand, didn't limit himself to using his physical strength only on the offensive end. He was also a formidable defender, able to intimidate and block shots from his opponents due to his imposing physical presence. Due to his above-average height of most opponents, Shaq was able to block shots with ease, being a difficult obstacle to overcome. His blocks were feared and often resulted in plays that energized his team. And the numbers speak for themselves, reinforcing his importance as one of the greatest defenders in NBA history. Throughout his career, Shaquille O'Neal impressed everyone with a consistent average of 2.3 blocks per game, so it's clear that he wins this round. Shot. Both players are widely recognized for making a lot of baskets, but who demonstrated greater efficiency in their shooting ability? Shaquille O'Neal, for example, due to his great strength, had a greater specialty in dunks and close-range shots. Due to his strategic position close to the basket, he enjoys a significant advantage, resulting in an impressive 58.2% shooting efficiency rate, according to official NBA statistics. Meanwhile, the lack of data on Shaquille's three-point baskets underscores his approach to playing closer to the hoop, rather than venturing into long-range shots. Kobe Bryant, on the other hand, was a more versatile shooter capable of making shots from any position on the court. When it came to his ability to shoot from long range, his three-point conversion rate was 32.9%. But one of Bryant's specialties was his mid-range shooting, especially with his well-known fadeaway technique, where he moved away from the defender before throwing the ball accurately. He was not afraid to miss his shot and spared no attempts, so his hit rate was 44.7%. Since shooting was Kobe Bryant's trademark, he wins this round. Dribbles. The two masters of the court were extraordinary players when it came to dribbling ability, but they had different approaches to this area of the game. Shaquille O'Neal, for example, had some limitations when it came to dribbling. Due to his impressive size and body structure, Shaq faced particular challenges in mastering the technique of dribbling the ball. But one of his best-known moves was the drop step, which the player himself nicknamed Black Tornado, which he received the ball and turned on himself to deceive opponents. However, in low and fast dribbling situations, his robust physique and height made him more susceptible to losing control of the ball. Therefore, his choice to use his strength to advance toward the basket rather than relying on complicated and evasive dribbling gave him a significant advantage in terms of efficiency and offensive power. Kobe Bryant, on the other hand, was a player with a variety of technical and skillful dribbles in his repertoire. He was known for his ability to dribble in tight spaces and execute quick, precise moves to shake off defenders. His ball control skills and ability to change direction quickly made him a formidable dribbler and difficult to stop. One of Kobe Bryant's most distinctive dribbling styles was the crossover. Kobe's crossover was executed with a combination of speed, agility, and ball control, which allowed him to create space for himself and outrun the opposing defense. And because he had a greater advantage in this skill, point to Kobe Bryant. Rebounds. The two standout players had marked contrasts when it came to their ability to grab rebounds. Kobe Bryant, for example, used his agility and wingspan to position himself well and compete for rebounds. His competitive mindset played a major role in this ability, being willing to get physically involved and fight for possession. Although his rebounding numbers are not as prominent as some players in the pivot position, Kobe Bryant was versatile and did not let scoring opportunities slip away. And maybe that's why his average was 5.2 rebounds per game, a reasonable figure for someone of Bryant's stature. Shaquille O'Neal, meanwhile, left a lasting legacy as one of the best rebounders of all time. He had this ability as one of his main weapons in the game, as his body structure was an advantage in the battle for rebounds. His ability to strategically position himself and use his physical strength to outmuscle his opponents allowed him to capture a large number of rebounds. In addition to his physical presence, Shaq also possessed an exceptional ability to anticipate the trajectory of the ball, managing to move at the right time to grab rebounds. And of course, Shaquille O'Neal's numbers were impressive, averaging 10.9 rebounds per game, so another point for him. Points. Both basketball icons scored plenty of points throughout their careers, but which one stood out as the bigger scorer? Shaquille O'Neal, for example, used his physical advantage to make baskets with mastery, being a true scoring machine. His powerful dunks and spectacular dunks, full of intensity and emotion, were the hallmarks of his career. The player was very dominant, unpredictable, and extremely fast, making him difficult for opponents to mark, so he did not need to make much effort to get the ball to the basket. According to NBA statistics, throughout his career, Shaquille O'Neal averaged 23.7 points per game. Kobe Bryant, on the other hand, was a tireless scorer and had a plethora of moves and shots in his offensive arsenal. He was a skilled finisher near the basket and had a wide range of moves to get rid of defenders and create his shot. Bryant was also known for his ability to score at crucial moments of the game, taking responsibility and demonstrating his leadership mentality. According to the same statistics, Kobe Bryant averaged 25 points per game throughout his career, which justifies his offensive fame. And by a small difference of points, Kobe Bryant wins this round. Awards. NBA stars have built real legacies in the basketball world, but who has won the most awards throughout their careers? Shaquille O'Neal, for example, retired after having built a legendary history on the court. To give you an idea of his relevance as an elite player, he participated in 14 seasons of the NBA All-Star Game, winning the NBA All-Star Most Valuable Player title 3 times. In addition, he won the NBA Most Valuable Player 1 time and the NBA Finals Most Valuable Player 3 times. When it comes to collective awards, Shaquille was the NBA champion 4 times, won an Olympic gold medal for the national team, and won the FIBA World Championship in 1994. Kobe Bryant, on the other hand, is a great influence in the basketball universe, and for that, he received several honors. For his high-level performance, Bryant has been selected for the NBA All-Star Game in 18 different seasons. He has received the NBA Regular Season MVP award once, been named NBA Finals Most Valuable Player twice, and NBA All-Star Game MVP 4 times. Playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, Bryant won the NBA championship title 5 times. For the US national team, he won 2 gold medals at the Olympics. As Kobe Bryant has won more relevant awards, he wins this round. Market value. Both basketball moguls are extremely valuable, but which one was once the most coveted by clubs? Shaquille O'Neal, for example, was a hotly contested player between teams. No wonder he migrated clubs a few times. At the peak of his career, playing for the Miami Heat in 2004, he received his highest salary, reaching $27.7 million at the time. During his entire NBA career, it is estimated that he earned $292 million in salary alone. Kobe Bryant, meanwhile, being one of the biggest stars of the Lakers, had his financial peak in 2013, when he received something around $30 million. Adding up all his salaries, some sources estimate that he made more than $323 million during his entire career playing in the NBA. Considering that Kobe Bryant was slightly more valuable than his opponent, he wins this round. At the end of this battle, we had 3 points for Shaquille O'Neal against 7 points for Kobe Bryant, being the winner of this battle. But if you believe that there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write down your best justification.